drama club, and I really only wanted to speak to one of those, not necessarily the head.
Out of character, is it Joseph who speaks to Gabriel?
Yes.
Because I don't remember it being Mary.
Mary was visited by an angel once, but I think Joseph was spoken to. Yeah, he was.
They both were visited in different stories.
Yeah, but Mary is more like, I'm going to make you pregnant. And she was like, okay. She didn't really like have a deep conversation about
Joseph didn't really have one either. It was basically just, dude, your chick's about to give birth. You got to take care of it. Peace out.
Yeah. All right.
It really, yeah, I mean, it was kind of like that. What little I know of it.
And she'll be like, very well.
All right, then. Completely unofficial, mind you. But are you aware of how the Treasury Department handles the budget at the end of the year?
I am made aware that it's based on necessity and also what it brings back to the school.
Yes, there's also another aspect to it. Of course, as you understand, this time of year we have our tests, and as is school policy, sports clubs are closed the week before the test, and all other clubs are closed the week of the testing, which means there is a large amount of funding for rooms and the like and where that isn't used in this month. That amount is typically put into a holdover account used to resupply the clubs and the empty rooms and keep up maintenance on club activities and their, I'm blanking on the word, their, resources to provide for a good return after the year is over. But there's usually some left in the amount that puts back into the school for an emergency fund.
Right.
This is usually substantiated by the amount that the clubs bring in with their after activities. And, well, this play is expected to do quite well.
Yes, well, the audience on after Saturday will be in the night time, but there have been invitations given to key figures of the city.
Yes, and with that, I do feel a personal sense of responsibility to ask if everything is going quite all right. After all, the play will be after the test week, during which clubs are suspended and you won't actually have time to practice. So it's this week and next week, and then you would have a break where no official practice can take place. So,
well, of course, no official practice, but we do have, well, we're not told directly, but it's very much implied that we band together if we have time.
Yes, of course, very much implied for that. So, I came to hear personally how the drama club feels. I mean, there's no surprise that the council does consider the drama club one of the good clubs for bringing back the investment, but on the other hand, there are a lot of clubs that go into the production. So, well, as I said to Tsubasa, I'm only handed slips of paper with the club requests and my head's notes. So when I'm making decisions in the future, I do want to know what the spirit of each club is like.
And she'll just kind of settle her hands in her lap, and she'll be like, "Well, look towards the stage, Agata. And how does this make you feel?"
And he's gonna look around, and he'll say, I approve of the diligence and the haste everyone is putting into this. After all, it seems everyone is very motivated and committed. It seems like they want it to be a good performance and for that to reflect on them in the future. And it also seems like everyone is putting in... And he looks around. It does look like most people are putting in more than the bare minimum amount of effort. So, I do have to say I'm impressed.
Right. It's quite something. A creative outlet could be so mechanical.
Yes. Well, there is something to be said for the efficiency of it. Although... Blast. It does remind me about the cranes. Kaharu's not around, is she?
I have not seen her, though I have seen her sister about.
Mm. I don't know. It's just... There's something to be said for stealing someone else's honest effort, don't you think?
Mm. Do you think you're witnessing that then?
Mm. No, not really, but at the same time... well, I'm not a critic of these things. I'm just saying that it's my personal opinion that if an artistic endeavor... Wait, it's all 1 second. If an artistic endeavor is being handled in the way that I would improve, I'm inclined to believe there's something that I would miss that's being done wrong.
Right. Well, there is one thing in that the timing isn't exactly sensitive to the academic life we all live, but it is ultimately for those who are wishing to get acknowledgement they might not necessarily get through their family name or through their connections or wealth. It is certainly something that many view as a worthy sacrifice.
Right. Well, Ariel will be quiet for a moment and will think and will say, yes, I suppose that is something to consider, what they're giving up to do this.
Right.
Certainly, time spent performing with this play won't reflect on their grades, and even though this is a highly anticipated event, there's no way the system would give them any leniency if they slip up on their tests. It is a precarious balancing act.
Right, but in the end, that determination and that forging of yourself, even though it's hard, it will ultimately be for your benefit later on.
Maybe. Yes, certainly overcoming adversity does help you, but... No, never mind. Anyways, thank you for addressing my concerns.
Do you still need to speak with Tatsuzo?
Well, certainly it wouldn't hurt. I will stick around to see if an opportunity is made available.
Right. It may not seem like it at times, but most of the students who attend the academy, well, I've never heard of them before. And I'm not saying this as from a point of an egotistical standing. It seems that when it comes to these things, people who are very much prepared for this way of lifestyle is very much waning in comparison to those who are simply opening their eyes for the first time. I think opportunities like this, where everybody can be together and bring their crafts together to create a overall production, is something that should be lauded myself. If that's what you came to see, a joining of union, both of people who are known and unknown, and each person's part makes a significant contribution, then if anything, more of these cross projects should be celebrated rather than distilled and tried to be picked apart.
Well, you're certainly not wrong there. But then again, on the other hand, no. The thing that most impresses me is the dedication. Even with the unideal uses of the date, they're still going this hard at their performance for a play that many of them won't be getting recognition for, but they're still going at it. Very much reminds me of something my uncle used to say.
And she'll just kind of tilt her head in that kind of like, go ahead kind of like body language thing.
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to lead you on. My uncle was very fond of the phrase shishi hakuto.
Which means for the non-Japanese people.
Yeah, not for the you. It basically means, it's a Buddhist saying, old one, that means The wise lion hunts even the smallest rabbit with its full strength.
Alright, so Katsumi will repeat that. She would know that.
Yeah.
I see. He sounds like a wise man.
Very
Also shrewd.
dedicated. Well, yes. Very shrewd. You'd have to be.
Very well. Well, she'll just kind of get up from her seat. This has been a pleasant conversation. If you still wish for me to lead you to Tatsuo, I suppose we can convene.
Yes, although there's nothing I want to talk to him about that I haven't already addressed with you, so I think I'll have a quick conversation with him. Aria will get up and will say, well, I certainly see everyone here is taking this very seriously. If I have any power, I'm going to make sure that gets addressed properly.
Well, you are part of the student council for a reason. You have the ability and the dedication.
Yes, well, I certainly see that everyone is taking this very seriously. And Ryo just kind of sighs, and if Katsume was paying any attention at all, she'd kind of see that he just lets the tension go of his shoulders, and he turns and he gives a pretty formal bow, and he says, I wish to apologize for my earlier rudeness.
She'll just kind of blink, and she'll be like,
I can see that you were treating your duty then no differently than you're treating this duty here. And yes, we don't actually have the form of formal business relationship that would allow me to make those inquiries and ask those things of you.
I accept your apology. I must admit it wasn't very virtuous of me to be so curt. So in part, I extend the apology back to you.
Very well then, thank you.
With that in mind, then if you are dedicated to finding out, then how is your week looking?
My week? Well, let's see. I don't have any plans that, I was going to drop in on any other clubs that might be available after school on most days, but I don't have any set-in-stone plans. I've kept my schedule quite open ever since we found out there might be something we'd need a moment's notice to jump upon. Let me see.
She'll say, perhaps the gods will favor you in your task if you continue on with the offering.
As much as I'd appreciate the gods' favor, I would honestly prefer it if they simply give me their approval.
Then this is very much to do with approval. At least that is the Nakatomi way.
Right. You're talking about how to arrange a blood test, then?
Well, first we must, it's not so simply as just putting a needle in your arm. First, there is an ancient ceremony which we've always partaken, and due to the scope, some might say it's a scope that we may never be able to right the wrongs that our ancestors committed, we at least make the effort.
And Rio will look around and it's still busy, so he'll say, right, of course, thank you for offering that, but as you might be aware, we're both going to be a bit busy for a while, so we can make the appointment and then talk about it then, no?
Yes, I suppose you are a man who likes to see things rather than hear about them, as you've demonstrated by this visit. So simply let me know when you wish to go to the shrine. You can bring the others who are interested in the blood test, the testing ceremony as well.
Very well. Oh, and one other thing. I mean to say this to Tsubasa as well. You can forget about the letter. After having talks with some people, I do believe that this is something that's fallen under the wayside. It was especially with my earlier comment on Shishi Hakuto, it is rather foolish to assign a portion of your force to not be used.
Right. I'll make sure that the letter gets destroyed then.
Thank you. Anyways, yes, let me talk to, oh, sorry, I appear to have forgotten his name.
Tatsuo Kamuo.
Tatsuo Tano. Alright, then.
Alright, and you can just do that in the background.
Yeah. That's what I wanted to happen.
Yeah. Also, Ray's internet is dead, so I guess we can't do the Reiko Akira thing.
Oh. We can do it next time.
Yeah, just remember that we have to do this talk in the previous day.
And then you'll have, then you'll probably, then you'll have more time to like talk about it. The only other thing is that I'll probably do the role for Suzuka and Ryu's training, and then we can wrap it up there.
Okay. Probably after the.
So what was this really sad thing you were supposed to inflict on my character?
You'll find out. Anyway. So Suzuki. Yeah.
The little thing I wanted to do with Shin. Do with that later, or just real quick?
Let's do it now, because the Suzuka thing was literally a roll, and then that was going to be it.
This is almost going to be a roll itself. Basically, I pretty much get up to date on how bad Shin is while I'm spending time with him during chess, because I did make it so that I was playing chess with him, so he was still technically in class, but I can spend time with him. And do I feel anything weird about the room itself entirely, or it's just Shin that's all out?
Alright, I'll roll your intuition for you.
Okay. I'll spend a PowerPoint on that.
Alright, I'll roll another d10 for you. Alright. You feel like... you don't feel like the room's, like, different, but when you get to Shin, like, he's obviously, like... He's got, like, this really, like... it's not a pleasant feeling to go into that room.
Well, at one point I do sort of mention with Shin, most of the time you're just trying to, talk about nonsense stuff to make him feel good, or at least, so that somebody else is in the room type of thing.
Right.
But at one point I do mention that one of the things that he showed, one of the things that you showed me how to do was to get a feeling of somebody by looking deep into them, and you really seem out of sorts. Would you mind if I did that with you to get an idea of where something's gone off with you?
He'll just say, but you'll just end up like she did.
Who?
The son.
Right. I am perfectly acceptable to that. I mean, who doesn't want to be all bubbly and girly?
I mean,
Smile.
the opposite of that.
She seemed fine when I talked to her. So, didn't seem to last that long, whatever it was.
Well, at least I've warned you that I'm no good.
You've warned me that there's danger in getting in understanding what's going on. It doesn't mean you're no good. You're good.
You'll just kind of look at you like even if he did believe it, it wouldn't change anything.
Right. All right. So I'm basically gonna just neutrally touch whichever distinction looks the darkest, or the one that's been manipulated.
It's between sickly and obvious absurdity.
Got it. All right, we'll go with sickly.
Which one do you want? Okay, sickly.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, obviously, I'm using the little thing about distinctions that I get to learn things about the person from that. I don't usually use it that often, but this time I'm really pushing that element of it.
All right, so you can just focus on learning stuff rather than trying to make it positive then.
Exactly. All right. What is it? And technically, I do have a Kaharu favor in my pocket.
Yeah, he didn't use it.
Right. And okay. 100 30. What's my Shin is 5, right? Social link.
Yes, you should have a +2 with him.
All right.
I think
so
he's
plus
at
20.
a 5. Let me double check.
All right. He's
Yeah,
either a
yeah.
4 or a 5, which is still going to be a +20.
He's at a 6, actually. You guys went up with the present.
All right. All right. So
Plus 3.
30. All right. So. All right. And then.
Woo! I mean, you could use the favors to re-roll the small die.
Yeah, I'll do that. I'll use a favor. So I just rolled the a D10 and a D12, right?
Like the D10 and the 2D8.
Well, one of them's the 1, so we didn't move into the last time. Oh no, right.
Oh
favors.
yeah. Oh, yeah,
One's a 1.
D10 and D8. Yeah, D10 and D8.
Still.
You are pretty likely to break 140.
Oh yeah.
You
Yep.
did. All right. So you
So
add an
7
additional 7.
144.
All right. So I guess the feeling that you get from Shin, like you feel like because it's about his health. So you feel like his body is really old. Like how is this guy even a teenager? Really old.
Got it. But does it give me? I mean, obviously something's influencing him at the moment.
At
Something
the
is-
moment, yeah, it kind of feels like it kind of feels like something is draining his energy. Like you
Okay.
kind of feel like if he's working at like 10% of his capacity at the moment.
If I focus on that energy drain portion, could I basically maybe be able to recognize it if I see it or trace it somehow?
Yeah, if you're going to get one thing from this is that if you were to like encounter the Shin the not Shin again, you'd probably be able to trace like if it's like sucking the energy out of Shin or not, or if anything else is.
Okay.
That's super,
Alright.
like, I'm just walking around taking your energy kind of thing.
Right. All right. Maybe if I can do research, I might be able to find a way to track it otherwise. But for right now, a casual occurrence will at least warn me of this. Cool.
But yeah, Shin's body's like wrecked physically.
Right. And then
mentally,
I also
like his I don't know, myth energy's been taken. Like it's kind of being drained away, but there's no you can't see where it's going out of. All you know is that it's it keeps depleting and then filling up a little bit again and then depleting again.
actually I asked Ku, is there any way we can sort of supplement him or lend us some of ours?
Well,
I'm pretty good at transferring energies now. I mean,
I believe, yes, that can be the trace, but it is a rather big cup you're trying to fill up with mead.
right, but even a partial filling should help him substantially, right?
Oh, yes, but when it comes to yourself, I mean, if you want to feel like you're hundreds of years old, well,
It's crap. All right.
you can
Let's
give
do-
but a droplet, I suppose, at your current level. Maybe a bit more than just one, maybe a couple.
Let's do something for him right now, and then I'll talk with some other people that understand more about energies and see if we can get something more sustainable to help him out.
All right, so you have a choice. You can either shut down both of your SFXs to help him, or you can try to give as much as you can with emotional damage.
How about right now? I'll sustain him I'll take a D8 emotional for just sustaining him right now, just to get him at least not so depressed. Because trust me, your depression level deals with how well you handle pain and fatigue, and so he's being worse because he's so bad. So if I can at least cut that out.
All right. So I guess you kind of I don't know, put like a guiding hand on his shoulder
Okay.
and kind of give him the you'll be okay look. And then the sad look he gives you just gives you D8 emotional damage.
Got it. But at least does he perk up afterwards?
Yeah. He'll just kind of be like, so it was chess club, right?
Yep.
We got to play one game, I suppose.
All right, let's do it.
And then you can play a game of chess.
All right.
All right. So I guess lastly, we will have the Suzuka training with Ryu.
Yep.
All right.
Alright. Alright, so Suzuki's in a buddy. And she'll be like, I'm gonna definitely not lose myself today.
Just out of curiosity, considering the fact that I have a modifier for teaching, would that affect her?
Yeah. So what's your modifier?
Considering you're probably doing a complicated, it'd be plus 20.
Alright. And then, since he's being guided by Ryu, I guess more strictly than he has been before.
Probably, yes.
Then I'll give the social link modifier to its fullest as well. Alright. Alright. She doesn't throw it across the floor this time. And even though it probably won't hurt like a demon or anything, like you'd probably get like a few welts and stuff, maybe a bruise if she was actually going to hit somebody. So it's better. She's actually hurting somebody, like theoretically. You know, she's just, her technique's really, haphazard.
Yep. So Ryu will give her pointers on what to do next, on how to become better.
Yeah. She'll be like, oh, and she'll just kind of be like, oh, maybe one day I'll be able to like be in the battle myself. Oh.
Huh?
She'll just start slashing it at the air.
As long as you maintain your tension around you and you don't hit one of your allies, it shouldn't be too bad.
Oh yeah. That's why you're standing so far away from me. Oh.
Yeah, you do have a habit of getting excited and start swinging that around.
Oh, right. Well, I'll be good in a 1 versus 1 then, right?
As long as the person isn't trained in their weapon, yes.
I mean, I guess they kind of all would be trained if I'm in that situation.
Right, so let's focus more on getting you better on that, and for now, not having you go by yourself and having a group member at least support you.
Yeah. So step 2 is like making a smaller containment field then. Oh, at least I can hit stuff now.
Yes.
Oof. See, I didn't change or anything. I did it.
Yeah. Why did you change last time again?
'Cause I was doing it like wrong, like super wrong, like gonna hurt myself wrong, apparently.
Okay.
Why?
Don't look at the chat. I'm training you.
All right. So, with that taken care of, I guess we can call it a night.
Alright, so next time we'll have the Reiko Akira thing, and then Raph can talk to Katsumi if you're feeling alright next week.
Yeah, sorry.
Hey, I think Ray's back. At least didn't roll 20.
We're all gonna run away now that he's back.
I did say it wasn't going to be a long session, and it's almost 12 for me. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
almost 1 a.m.
I mean, it's gone to the usual time, which means it's not long.
fuck you.
Hey, man.
All right.
Actually, I'm cool. I don't want to rush that talk with Akira, and probably also Rio wanted to talk with us.
Yeah, Rio invited both of them out to something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so whether... Yeah.
It'll be fun, trust me.
Yeah. Okay, so... I guess XP
Alright.
time?
So because you found it out stuff, it will be 15 XP plus milestones.
Woohoo.
Did
Okay.
anybody hit any milestones today?
If I made up with Katsumi, I think I hit my gain respect or acknowledgement. That's it.
Alright.
Wait, no. I acted according to my standing when I went to check out the drama club.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I didn't get any XP from my milestones.
I may not ever hit the 10, but it's really easy to hit the 1 in 3 of my milestones.
I think I finally squeaked by always helping out Shin. So and I was supposed to start some research on Sandman, but ugh.
Sandman will be great. You know what's really great? If we want to torture the people, Rio can use Sleeping Spell and Fata Morgana from Night Terrors. Then we'll definitely be having dreams.
Oh yeah. The other thing you
Nightmares.
missed,
Dreams.
Miss Dave, is that because I'm lazy, everybody's just marking how many hours they've studied on this table here.
All
Yes, for table.
right.
I don't know. Does training Shizuka count as studying?
No.
Hey, he is kind of studying for his athletics classes.
So, do we make a mark of the difference between the two, or just in random?
Like how many hours you spent in game studying. Each
Yeah,
mark is an
specifically
hour.
studying.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And this starts from when?
From when you heard about the tests.
So this week.
All right. So Monday from this week. Got it. All right. I'll figure that out.
Yeah.
And some point during the week, I'll do that and try and update my character.
Yeah, for the rest of the Wednesday, I'm squeezing as lot as possible.
Aye.
Losing myself in studying.
So when Reiko comes back from her outing, she's just gonna study until like 2 a.m. in the morning and go to sleep.
Yeah, I mean, I have vitality, she can pull Niter.
She has sake. She can do
Yeah,
it.
sake,
Yeah.
that keeps you up. No, it doesn't.
Demonic sucker. Hey, remember the...
She also has the
Monica.
fortune cookie. Whatever's a vice today can be a virtue
Remember,
tomorrow.
this is not a bloody buying from shop. I'm getting this, like, Ebisu makes this stuff.
I should. Monday I wasn't. I mean, in game Monday I wasn't here, so that was the entire time spent just at Was it at Umberhawk? So I probably did a lot of studying there.
Hey, Jess, did you ever talk to Dave about that thing he might have been able to do at Umberhawk?
Nope.
Okay, well, you should talk to him about that.
Oh, that's a thing.
You said
you
you'd talk to him over the week.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
I
I
completely
know.
did too.
Just said she'll do one.
Yeah, I did my thing, so if you don't mind, I'm gonna head out.